what an incredible game. You never plan on waking up and shooting 5 for 27 from 3. And if you would have told me we held Yale to 31 and 25 points, I would have thought we won by a considerable amount. And, the ball just wasn't going in, but that's how we're built. We're built on defending and rebounding, and we talk about it in practice all the time. There are going to be nights, there are going to be days on the road or at home where you're not making shots. And obviously that was the case today, but our team really was resilient. They persevered. They were awesome in huddles. Their eye contact onto me in every huddle was amazing. And give credit to Yale and Coach Jones. They got a really good team. That's an NCAA tournament team. They know how to win. They know how to play. But I'm really proud of the small lineup that I played that last 9 minutes or so. Man, did they play super hard.
Coach, that game was kind of the definition of just a gutsy win where, it's all grit and determination down the stretch. Going on a 16-2 run over the last 5 or so minutes there and, keeping them off the board the last 3. What was kind of the difference there, you think, in those last couple minutes, as the shots were starting to fall?
Yeah, I just thought we sped them up. We forced them into difficult shots. Lamar's block was monstrous. The game could be in overtime right now. That was a big block. And then finally, Curtis Jones hits a huge 3. It was almost like it opened up the basket for us because Miles hits the next one. But I think we sped them up, and those 5 guys really played tough, physical Penn State basketball.
Coach, it seemed like every time you guys got close, they would hit a big shot and kind of stop the momentum. What was your message to the team throughout the game, halftime, late breaks, media timeouts?
Yeah, you know what? We knew they were a good team. We'd hit a big 3, they'd come right back and hit a 3. And look, we respect Yale. It wasn't like we did not respect them. We did. We knew this was going to be a very, very difficult game. I thought in the first half our body language was a little poor. We were a little deflated when you're missing shots. I thought in the second half we got over that. I call it mental conditioning. Missing or making shots should never dictate your effort on the defensive end. That's one thing can be constant. And I felt like they did that, as hard as they could, specifically the last 9 minutes of that game.
Coach, what do you kind of make of just the effort you got from Brockington off the bench tonight? And he had that huge offensive rebound on the kickback, as you said, Jones hitting the 3, but to get that and, just the play that he had tonight.
Here's where our depth mattered. And I don't know if we win this one last year. Brock came off and provided an amazing spark. Getting down the hill, making his free throws, making his 15-footers mid-range. It's only a matter of time before he knocks down some threes because he's working on it, and they typically go in practice, so I'm confident in that. But that offensive rebound was huge, and the confidence for Curtis Jones, a senior, to really step up and knock that down, because when you're making threes in that type of situation, they're huge, and they're daggers. They're daggers to the other team. They would be a dagger to us, and he just played fantastic.
Then kind of just, looking at the first 5 wins here this season, you've played some really quality opponents. What do you kind of make of just the way that you guys have started here with these wins?
We got a long way to go. We got to get better. Obviously today, there's some blind spots that we got to correct. And that's the positive thing. They're all correctable. I think our team's very connected. There's a lot of love and trust in that locker room. If there wasn't, you don't win that game. But there is. But there's some things we definitely need to clean up before we head to New York.
Any other questions for Coach? Travis, let's make you the last one.
Okay. Pat, what was the atmosphere like in the locker room? I don't think you guys haven't been down like that at a half here yet this season.
Jubilation. They were celebrating, fired up. Not at halftime. I thought you said at the end of the game. I'm sorry. At halftime, I kind of gave them extra time. I usually come in at the 10-minute mark and talk to them for 4 or 5 minutes. And I wasn't yelling, I wasn't screaming. It was just a matter of fact. This is what we got to do. It's one possession at a time, and we can get this done if we all buy in and play Penn State basketball. And they knew. I said, look, all we have to do is win it by 1. Well, we won it by 2. So close enough. But that was the message. And again, it's no time for me to overreact. There's no time for me to panic, because if I did in the halftime, in the timeouts, then that's going to go to them, and now, you know, the ball, the basket looked like a golf hole. You know, it would only look even smaller if I, you know, went crazy and screaming and yelling. That doesn't work anymore. So I was very positive, very upbeat at halftime, and I feel like they responded very well. Thank you.